So I'm being real. What are you gonna do to separate yourself? I separated myself. Your mom and daddy and your family have to deal with the decisions you make. It's your life, not a game.
It was amazing.
This is like nothing I've ever encountered.
Everything about this thing, top tier. You can't get any better.
What is it internally that you know is not going to benefit you in this new season of your life? I am where I am today because I've mastered the art of release.
This is the best conference I've been to in the last 5, 10 years.
My arm and my hand is paralyzed. My work ethic, it isn't. My purpose isn't. Meaning my reason for why I first started, it never got paralyzed.
This is where you are going to learn the most valuable lessons to grow your speaking career.
I left feeling seen and I left feeling changed.
I feel motivated to go out and impact lives.
Come on. Good morning. Y'all talk to me in the chat. What's up, Ray? What's up, Alicia? What's up, Lee? What's up, Leslie? What's up, Rob? What's up, Dr. Susie Troxler? Come on, y'all talk to me in the chat. Faraday, LaDonna. Man, good to see y'all. Glad to know that y'all are in the building. This is Next Level Talks, man. Super excited. I'm your host, Jeremy Anderson. Look, if you're kind of new to me, right, I'm an author, I'm a speaker, a serial entrepreneur, husband, father, family man, like all of the above, man of God, servant to you, right? A coach and a mentor. And so for those of you all that's tapped in with us this morning, this is an opportunity for me to give you some next level talks, right? I'm going to speak life to you. I'm going to give you some game. I'm going to give you some insight. I'm going to give you some knowledge. I'm going to give you some understanding. I'm going to walk you through the journey of life and speaking and show you what it looks like to live life on that next level. And at the end, like always, I'm going to be answering your questions to really pour into you to kind of see exactly where we are. And now we have it set to where you could type your question in the chat. But you can also send that thing directly, you know what I'm saying? We could put you on video, right? And so my team in the second half, about 10:30, we'll start taking some questions. But this first part, I want to just pour into you, man. Y'all let me know in the chat how you feeling. Come on, let me know in the chat how you feeling. What up, Marcus? What's up, Michael? What's up, Damaris? One Breath Academy, what's happening? Lawrence, Sarah, y'all let me know in the chat how you feeling. Y'all saying good morning. Let me know are you feeling tired? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling, anxious? Are you feeling inspired? Come on. Leslie said blessed. Dr. Dar, he said ready to impact lives. I love it. Blessed by the best. I know that's right. Somebody said blessed, phenomenal, ready. Megan said feeling good and refreshed, ready to receive this good word today. I know that's right. And Jane said encouraged and blessed. And I'm feeling the same, man. And let me just give y'all a life hack. Let me give you a life hack, right? Because sometimes, motivational speakers, inspirational speakers, a lot of folks make it seem like you always on 10, you always on go. And that's not the reality. Can I keep it 100 with y'all? Y'all put 100 in the chat. 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 Let me keep it 100 with you. I don't always waking up feeling excited and encouraged and blessed and pumped up. Sometimes I wake up discouraged. Sometimes I wake up frustrated. Sometimes I wake up like locked in on what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? Like I be having a different type of energy, but my perspective gets me grounded, right? Like my perspective puts my heart at peace. My perspective is what kind of calms my nerve. My perspective on life, when I begin to practice gratitude, everything changes. Hear me and hear me clearly. I literally be doing Jedi mind tricks. I'm gonna get into the intro and all of that stuff in just a minute. I'm gonna tell y'all to like and subscribe and all of that stuff in just a minute. Just hear me real quick. A lot of people was putting blessed and excited, blessed by the blessed and highly favored, but some of y'all on here is feeling heavy. But you ain't want to say that because of that energy. Like, I feel you. So the word of God says, take my yoke upon you. Like, take that. Like, I don't want you to have to carry this by yourself. Let me get that. I be giving it to God. When I wake up and I be tired and I be stressed and I be frustrated, I be like, okay, God, you got to handle that. Like, I don't really like this feeling right now. I'm going to sit with it. But then I say, okay, how can I combat these thoughts? Gratitude. How can I combat these thoughts? peace, gratitude. Like I be thinking about the things that are working out, the things that I am excited about. I'm like, okay, well, I got health. Oh, I got this. Oh, I'm not in this situation. Oh, I'm not under a bridge. Like I began to really practice mindfulness. Like I gotta be cautious of where my mind wanders, because it's easy to look at something else and see where someone else is and wonder where you are and begin to doubt and begin to. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna practice gratitude. So for those of y'all this morning that didn't type blessed, that didn't type excited, that didn't type encouraged, but you feel a certain type of way, realize something. You got a smartphone because you tapped in with us right now. You ain't in a hospital up in some hospital bed because you tapped in with us right now. You got some type of data plan, some type of Wi-Fi, some type of signal. You in your right mind. You ain't out here going crazy. I got a friend of mine I went to school with. My man literally is out of his mind right now. I had to block him. He is literally out of his mind. You in your right mind. Like you have so much going for you. Somebody put so much in the chat. You have so much going for you right now. So you got to shift that perspective. You got to shift that energy. It's Monday. We're expecting great things on Monday. We're expecting great things for the week, this holy week. We're expecting God to do something powerful, God to do something amazing, God to do something magnificent. Like you, so much you to be grateful for, so much to be excited about, so much to be happy about, right? And that's the power of God in that mindset. So I promise you, I ain't one of them guys where I just wake up feeling. Nah, I wake up sometime like, let me do a check of how I feel. I don't like that feeling. That gotta leave me. I promise you, I'd be like, you got the feelings, you gotta leave me. I get caught up in my feelings. Feelings ain't gonna take me far. I'm like, no, I got too much to be grateful for. I got too much to be excited about. I have too much love in my heart. I have too many things going for me. Then those 6 or 7 things is not working for me. I got 8,500 other things that are working for me, and I'm gonna focus on that, right? And so that's a mindset. So for those of y'all this morning that's not, or maybe you initially didn't feel pumped up and excited, but now you're hearing this perspective shift, that's going to shift everything for you. All right. So that's my quick little note. I'm going to get into the teaching for the day. I'm excited that y'all are with me. Do me a favor. Some of y'all got an email, which is why you're here. Some of you got a text message from my team, which is why you're here. And some of you already got the notification from YouTube itself, which is why you're already here. I want you to do the big 3 for me. Come on. I want you to do the big 3 for me. I need you to subscribe. Like, let YouTube know you rock with us. Like it. They're going to start bumping our content up in the algorithm. And then biggest one, after you subscribe, is the notifications. You got to hit the notifications, because what happens, I'm not going to always be sending out mass text messages when YouTube will already do that. So if you hit the notification button, whenever we go live or we drop content, it's going to go directly to you, man. I'm excited for today. I'm excited for this talk. I've got so much in my heart I want to share with you. I was in the shower, getting ready, just thinking of all the different things and the stories, the analogies I want to share to show you how to balance family and business. Oh yeah, we going there today. It's Next Level Talks. Let's get it.
You go out here and you claim your seat.
Oh, I just touched down, now it's time to celebrate. Super Bowl in Vegas, this where the big steppers play. My whole squad will paint the town, but they don't decorate. And my work a bit excessive, check my resume. Keep it a C note, if I'm speaking, I'm the keynote. Super Bowl in Vegas, this where the big steppers play. My whole squad will paint the town, but they don't decorate. And my work a bit excessive, check my resume. Dance, 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 dance.
Yeah, come on. Oh man. All right, look, y'all. I'm excited for today. Before we get into our session and what I'm gonna be teaching, what I'm gonna be sharing with y'all, we're gonna get into that in just a minute. But right now, I want to take a moment, like always. Y'all know with the Next Level Speakers Academy, right? We focus on 2 things, right? Impact and income, right? We focus on living a life of purpose, but also through speaking, making profit, right? Like we want to be very intentional about that. And so every week, we like to have different individuals come up that we can celebrate, that we can talk and say, look at the impact they're making, look at the income they're making. And the goal for that, it's not just to celebrate them, but it's to let you know what's possible. Does that make sense? Like the goal is to let you know in your heart, in your mind, to let you know what's possible, so that we can now, like you have a different type of energy once you see what others are doing. And so let's take a moment now and shout out our next level student of the week, my brother, Stevan Lester. Super proud of him, man. $10,000 in 1 month. Listen to me, y'all. $10,000 in 1 month. Let me tell you something. He is a preacher speaker, right? Like Stevan, like be at school speaking, and he be preaching at churches too. My man can go. You hear me? When the Holy Ghost drop on him, he can go. And I've seen him in schools doing God's work, man, and blessing these kids. So y'all show Stevan some love. Stevan on the next level team too. Like, he really be tapped in with us. He really be at my home. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have seen him before on Next Level Talks. You've seen him before on other things. Like, that's my guy. Super proud of Stevan to see that he has been applying this information and now his life is bearing fruit, man. Shout out to Stevan, man. And guess what? If he can do it, so can you. So can you. Now today we're gonna talk about balance. Today we're gonna talk about balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a family, just put family in the chat. Like, if you got a spouse, you got kids, whether they was adopted, whether you got a blended family, whether you got married and y'all have 5 kids yourself, or whether you got 1 child, like, just put family in the chat if you have a family. I want to make sure, I want to know exactly who it is I'm speaking to today. Put family in the chat. Okay, so most of the vast majority of y'all have families. For those of y'all that for any chance might be single, put single in the chat. For those of y'all that single, put single in the chat. I want to see how many singles we got, because I still got a word for you too, because you still have to, in a sense, have balance when it comes to building your business. You might not necessarily have a family that you're responsible for, right? But there are other people that you're responsible for. There are other people that's going to pull from you. And so today we're going to be talking about balance, right? How to balance family and business. How to balance family and business. Now check this out. Shout out to my boy, my brother. He's been like a mentor to me, Dr. Myron Edmonds. He gave me my first piece of advice when I first started speaking 15 years ago. He said, Jeremy, never make your family feel like they're in competition with your ministry. I'm gonna let that sit for just a minute. That's one of the first pieces of advice he told me. I got off stage. He said, boy, you can go. All of that's great. Powerful. Praise God. He said, let me tell you something. He said, never make your family feel like they're in competition with your ministry. Now, he's older. You know, my youngest son, my only son, but my youngest child, Jax, is 6. Jewel is 12. He got kids that's in college now. So he probably had an 8-year advantage over me when it came to like age and children. So when I first started, he was seeing like, man, I'm traveling, I'm speaking, I got this church, but my wife and my kids oftentimes feel like they have to compete. So he was like, learn from me. Don't ever have your family feel like they're in competition with your ministry. And so I'll say the same thing for you. If for those of y'all taking notes, this is a note-taking day, right? I don't want any of you to feel like you or your family is in competition with your ministry or your work or your speaking business or your company. Like, you fill in that blank at the end. Never make your family feel like they're in competition with your blank, like whatever it is. So whether you view it as a ministry, a speaking business, a company, like your organization, you never want them to feel like they're in competition. Because I learned early on that my first responsibility was my family. My first ministry was my family. My first business was my family. My first organization was my family. What is most important to me is my family. Oh, let me say it one more time. What is most important to me is my family. I don't know who need to hear that, because some of y'all, your career right now takes precedent over your life. What should be most important to you is your family. There should be nothing that is more important to you. And everything that you do should guide you to taking care of your family. But here's where a lot of people fall short. Is they say, well, I work so hard and I grind so hard to take care of my family, but though the bills could be getting paid, and though food is on the table, and though clothes is on their back, they still feel like you're not present. And the best present that you can give your family is your presence. All right, come on. The best presents that you can give your family is your presence, you being there present with them. So how do we balance family and business? How do we balance being a father and a husband? How do we balance being a mother and a wife? Like, how do we balance being a single parent? That's a whole nother level right there. Shout out to all the single parents that got 1, 2, 3, 4 kids, and you taking care of them primarily on your own. Like, come on, I'm tapped in with you. I know some of y'all feel like I feel seen. Like, shout out to the single parents out here. Like, that's even more challenging for you because you don't have that extra support. You don't have that anchor. So now your mindset is, I got to provide for my babies. I got to take care of them, but I'm also building my business. I'm also building my platform. I'm also building my company at the same time while I'm building up my children. Like, this stuff takes work. It is not easy. It's challenging. It can be very hard. It can be very frustrating. And so these are the questions that we have to ask ourselves every single day when we move forward. Do me a favor, Jerry, confirm that it went out on all platforms. Confirm would do for me, that it went out on all platforms. Hear me and hear me clearly. We have to be very intentional within our personal selves to make sure that we avail ourselves to our family and to our spouse and to our business as well. But it takes balance and it takes boundaries. Now, I did not always get it right. When I first started, one way that I kind of made it apart is I was always running plays by Tracy. So for you married folks, it's going to be very important that you bounce ideas off of, that you run ideas by, that you get their blessing. So it's hard for her to feel like she in competition with the ministry when she helped to build and start the ministry. So I'm always getting advice. I'm always asking like, okay, what is it? Or do you think this is a good idea? Do you think that's a good idea? And I made a mistake. Okay, I made a mistake early on. Let me tell you something. Tracy's so gangster. We had a marriage counseling session. This is maybe 2, 3 years ago. And we're sitting down with the counselor and, we're going back and forth and we're just really dealing with some stuff that we didn't even realize was there for over the years, right? And so Tracy said something to me with tears in her eyes. She said, honey, I am 10 years tired. I said, what that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounded so profound. She was like, I'm 10 years tired. I said, what that mean? She said, I've been tired for the past 10 years. And I remember thinking like, okay, like, why, how did we get here? And she was just like, it's always something. It's always a new program. It's always a new initiative. It's always a new fundraiser. It's always a new company or a new business plan or a new marketing scheme. Like, it's always something new. And I'll be trying to support you. And so I'm the one on the back end, like, making it happen. She's like, but I'm tired. And if I can be honest with y'all, I was slightly defensive. Listen to me, Leslie, Marcus, I was slightly defensive. Because I'm like, babe, you know me. I ain't no dictator. I'm not here saying do this, set up this EIN number, set up this company, get the domain for this website. Like, I don't do that. Every play I do, I run by you. Every time I want to start a new company or a new business or a foundation or a new initiative, I run it by you for approval. And she was like, you do. And so the counselor was like, okay, well, like, tell me how these conversations go. And I would ask her, like, does it make good business sense? And Tracy would say yes. I'm like, okay, would it generate revenue for the company? She's like, yes. I'm like, is this a good marketing plan? Does this make sense? She'd be like, yes. I'm like, is this a good initiative? Is this something that we should look at doing? Like, are we going to get resources back from? She was like, yes. Like, she was signing off saying, yes, all of this stuff works. But guess what? I never asked. I want y'all to tell me in the chat. There was one thing I wasn't asking her. Does it make sense? Is it a good marketing plan? Is it going to bless more people? Is it going to add value? Is it going to generate revenue? I'm asking all those questions. But the one question I didn't ask her was, do you have the bandwidth for it? I never asked that. I never said, is this the right time to do it? So it's one thing for me to say, hey, this is a good game plan. This is a good marketing scheme. Yes, it is. Okay, should we do it in Q2 or Q3? What you thinking? And then she could say, all right, let's do it in Q3 or let's do it in Q4. So does this make sense? Y'all put make sense in the chat. Like that's it right there. Patrick, should I do it now? So I begin to ask. Now I'm like, is this a good idea? Yes. All right. Do you have the bandwidth? Is this the best time? Like, or should we table this for 2026? Or should we table this for 25, the third quarter or the fourth quarter? Like, when do you feel that it's a good time and a good opportunity to execute this plan? Because you already have enough on your plate. So I'm being more considerate. That's one thing Tracy's always telling me. I just want to be more considerate. And here's the crazy thing. I felt like, well, I'm being considerate. Like, I'm asking you, does this make sense? I'm asking you to sign off on it, but I never asked, is now the time? I never asked, is this the right season? I never asked, is this something we should do now or we should do later? And I just kind of took it for granted, like we were just going to just do it right now. And so that's something I've learned over the years. So I offer that to you. For those of y'all that's building businesses with your spouse or with your loved ones or even with your team, right? So I'm trying to really curb expectations. So Nicole Starr, our COO, she runs all our companies. She would ask me like, Jay, where is this at on the priority list? I love that question because I can tell you, okay, this is super priority. Okay, this isn't that priority. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, Nick, this is something I really want us to really focus on right now. But then there are some things where I'm like, hey, when do you think that you can have this all set up? We're going to do this new thing with AI. When's the best time you think we can launch it? What's the realistic expectation of when we can launch this thing and when we can have more people hired? Like, you want to open up those communications with your family, those loved ones, those people that you're rocking with that's helping to build your business because you want to be balanced, but you also got to set boundaries for yourself. So for me, that was me setting boundaries for Tracy. Like, hey, is this the right time? Is this the right season? Should we do it now or should we do it later? How are you feeling about it? And so I had to humble myself and realize, like, you know what? I got to make some changes. I had to humble myself and realize, like, you know what? I've got to make some adjustments. I had to humble myself and realize, like, bro, you got to do a better job being in protection mode. Does this make sense, y'all? And so when you're looking at balancing family, like another thing I've learned over the years as I balance family and I balance business is I remember one day God was like, you think you a boss? And I was like, yeah, I'm a boss. And he was like, well, if you was really a boss, you would set your schedule. And I was just like, I do set my schedule. And he was just like, okay, well, why when your kids come home at 3:30, 4 o'clock, why are you telling them, shush, I'm on the phone, or hey, I'm on this meeting? And I was like, ooh, God, listen to me. God was like, if you're really a boss, if you really about that life, if you really own the company, if you really the man, then you will schedule all your meetings between 9 and 3 so you can clock out at 3 o'clock, go pick up your kids, and then be fully present for them. Oh, y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. I found myself fussing at Jackson like, boy, I told you I'm on the phone. And then God was like, don't do that. This is his time. This is his time. You dropped him off at 8 o'clock, 8:05 at school. It is now 3:30. You done had, how many hours is that? 7 hours and 35 minutes to be able to get the work done. This is his time now. This is his opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is for him. Like, don't do that. This is his house. You already work from home. Don't have their house feeling like a factory. Come on, boss man. Come on, big dog. So I learned early. God was like, bruh, set boundaries. Be more present with your family. I'm telling my team, like, bro, don't text me after a certain time. Don't send me no text messages at 6, 7 o'clock at night. If you do, it better be some good news. Definitely don't send me something that's going to piss me off and give me some bad news. You done killed my whole evening, Jerry. You feel me? I'm thinking like, y'all done send me some dodo stuff. I don't even want to hear this right now. I'm like, if you are going to disturb my night at 6 or 7 o'clock, it better be a big contract that came in, doggone it. You better be saying, yo, Jay, we got a contract for 45 grand. All right, you disrupt my night for that. Don't disrupt my night for a fire I could put out tomorrow. Let it burn, doggone it. But I'm seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really trying to set boundaries for myself and my family to be more present. So now I'm taking herbs, I'm taking vitamins, I'm taking supplements. Why? I want peak performance. Because what I don't want to do, it's one thing for me not to be on the phone, but when Jackson comes home, my man's 6. He got a battery pack inside his body. He got Energizer Bunny blood running through his veins. When he come home at 6 o'clock, he don't want to hear, Daddy, I'm tired. When he come home at 3:30, he don't want to hear, Daddy, I'm tired. He like, Daddy, let's play soccer. I'd be like, shoot, boy, the way my knees is feeling right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired. But he don't want to hear that. He like, Daddy, let's play soccer. He don't want to hear that. Jared, do me a favor. Go in the kitchen, and on the refrigerator, there's a sign that says, My daddy is a superhero because. Grab that for me. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. I'm gonna show y'all something. Listen to me. When my little boy comes home, he like, Daddy, let's play soccer. When Jewel comes home, Daddy, let me see your phone. Let's make a TikTok video. Daddy, I'm about to make this cucumber salad. I learned from Auntie Sophie. Like, Daddy, I'm about to do this. And I'm like, huh? Okay, bet. And you know, they tell me, Daddy, put down your phone. Daddy, are you listening? God was just like, ooh, hypocrite. Mr. Occupational Integrity. Mr. You occupy the space as a father. Like, be tapped in. So I'm setting boundaries now. Now I'm trying to be locked in. I don't want my kids to feel like I go hard for everybody else, but I don't go hard for them. I'm gonna show y'all this sign. It says, my dad is a superhero. Can they see that? I can't see, Jerry. Let me see. Yeah. My dad is a superhero because he plays soccer with me. I put this sucker on the refrigerator. Do y'all hear me? So now when he comes home, here I come to save the day. I promise you, when my little boy comes home, I'm in full daddy mode. He don't ask for much. He ain't asking me to take him all this crazy. He like, bro, we got a big old backyard. Let's go keep the ball, doggone it. And I'm like, bet. How dare I? How dare I sign up for a next level talks meeting? And how dare I be on a marketing meeting? And how dare I be on the core 4 meeting? And how dare I be on a website meeting? And how dare I be on an elite meeting? How dare I do Q&A calls, but I can't be present for my kids? And I can't play games with them. And I can't do facials with them. And I can't do whatever fun stuff they want to do. How dare I? How dare I give all my energy to the company and then don't have nothing left over for them? And I'm like, y'all be quiet, leave me alone. God was like, bro, don't do that. You better take you some extra vitamins. You better get you some B12 in your system. You know what I'm saying? You better take you some vitamin C and some vitamin D, homeboy. You better take you some ginseng, whatever you got to do to keep up with these kids. My kids is active. Jewel like, Dad, let's play tennis. Dad, let's play Foursquare. Dad, let's watch a movie. I am making sure that I have enough bandwidth to give my business and enough bandwidth to give my family. Why? Because I value my family. Why? Because I'm tapped in with my family. Now, you know what that does, though. You know what that does. And y'all make sure you subscribe. Thank you for that reminder. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. But the big one is the notifications. The big one, subscribe it like this. But once you hit the notifications, it's going to come directly to you. We ain't going to be texting people directly in the future, right? So I want it to come directly to you. Hear me and hear me clearly. I'm looking at balance. I'm setting boundaries, and I'm availing myself to be more present for my kids and my family and my wife and to have that time that they want, and I'm going at their pace. And I want you to be mindful of that. I want you to be mindful of that. I want you to be mindful that says, okay, what do I got to do to put myself in the best position so that I can avail myself to my family, so I have the energy and I have the time for them? But you know what it's going to cause you to do? It's going to cause you to cut out some distractions, because you can't build your business, and some of y'all got your full-time job, and some of y'all got kids and you got spouses and you got other responsibilities and you single parent, whatever, like, because you got real stuff going on. A lot of you are not going to be able to do that and keep up with your homeboys and keep up with your homegirls and be talking to them late at night and be doing a bunch of other stuff. Something got to go. Hear me and hear me clearly. Something got to go. So for me, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm constantly playing catch up, because if my phone is ringing all day long, like, I ain't going to get nothing accomplished. And so I'm keeping my phone on Do Not Disturb so I can be locked in. And then if somebody calls me while I'm with my family, I'm not even setting Do Not Disturb at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Like, I don't want to be bothered during the daytime. You know what I'm saying? It's like even during the daytime. Now, if I need to tap in with family or somebody to help somebody out, like, I'll call you back. I tell folks all the time, send me a text. But the reality is I can't be there for everybody. And so it's like I'm building out my business. I've got a community. I've got people to pour into, people counting on me and depending on me, but I'm not going to have my family get the short end of the stick. So you got to really ask yourself in this new season, like, what does that look like for you? What adjustments do you got to make? What pivots do you got to make to put yourself in the best position so you can have that balance with your family and your children, your spouse, and you're building your business? But you can only do that if you have balance and you take care of you. I tell y'all all the time, like, I go to sleep early and I wake up early. That time I have in the morning, some seasons I'm up at 4, some seasons I'm up at 5, some seasons I sleep until 6. But that early time I have with God, whether it's an hour, whether it's 45 minutes, whether it's an hour and a half, like that time fills me up to get ready to be, now I can be a great father. So now I'm gonna get Jackson up. I'm gonna make sure he get his teeth brushed, his face. He wanna grow his hair out. I'm gonna make sure he got his curls right. I'm gonna make sure he put his eczema cream on. I'm gonna make sure he got breakfast. Like I'm trying to do extra stuff to let Tracy sleep in. Or else Tracy will come down and make a whole full breakfast meal. Like we be fighting to like see who can do what for each other to take some stress and relief off each other. Like I'm like, okay, Jewel, let's get you ready. Let's get you situated for school. Like I'm in daddy mode, then I'm in work mode, then I'm back in daddy mode when they come back home. I drop my kids off to school in the morning. It's daddy karaoke. What songs y'all want to hear? What music y'all want to listen to? We singing, we rapping. Like that's my time I have with the kids. And then when I pick them up, I'm right back in daddy mode. I'm right back locked in. I'm right back adding value to my own family. So you gotta just set boundaries and be super structured. I know some of y'all feel like, man, I'm having a hard time of keeping up with my kids and my spouse and taking care of my family while I'm also building my business. Like I know it can be a lot, but something gotta go, right? Something has to get cut off. Like something has to be put on pause. Like, so for me, I stopped some podcasts. The Next Level Living podcast, I said, let's put a pause on that. The Next Level Speakers podcast, I said, let's put a pause on that. It's a few other ventures I was doing. I said, let's put a pause on that. I saw how the trucking company we had was stressing Tracy out. I'm like, let's put a pause on that. I'm in a place now where I don't need the things that we're doing to add more stress to my wife and to my family. So I'm cutting it off. If I see you as a threat, if I see you stressing my girl out, and God was like, okay, Negro, but you don't stress her out. You putting too much pressure. You putting too much expectations. Like it's a lot. Like slow down. Things are tight. Like step back some. Like trim the fat. Like I'm constantly making the necessary adjustments. I'm constantly saying, okay, what does my daughter need in this season? Like what type of time does she need for me to have? Okay, what does my son need in this season? Okay, what does my wife need in this season? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm constantly asking myself that. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason why I'm in the little shorter today than normal is because I gotta drop Jewel off at school. Why am I dropping Jewel off and Tracy's not dropping Jewel off? Well, Tracy on the way to Mexico. She just needs to get away. I'm like, babe, you just need to go somewhere and just rest, relax. You're not a mama. You're not a wife right now. Just go vacate, just rest, relax, recalibrate, take some time for you. You've been going. You've been taking care of the family. You've been taking care of the business. You balancing the budget, payroll, taxes. You do so much. Just go away and just rest and recalibrate. And I had to damn near fight her and make her take a trip and make her take care of herself. Like, that's what balance looks like. I'm intentional, like, okay, I see she's lacking. I'm intentional, I see my kids lacking. I'm intentional, okay, my daughter needs this. And then Tracy's like, okay, but I see what you need. And I'm like, hey, we gonna figure this out. What am I telling you? This thing is very complicated. This is not checkers, my friends. When you're balancing business and you're balancing family, like this is like chess. You got to be very strategic with the moves that you make. Because I don't want you just to make a living and provide for your family, but you want to be present with your family, and you don't want to just be physically there. You want to be mentally and emotionally there, having those conversations, having that dialogue, creating those memories, having those experiences, really being tapped in. That's the difference. There are some folks that can be around their kids all day long, but their kids is somewhere watching their iPad, their kids is somewhere doing their thing, and they have no interaction, they have no engagement. Well, you might as well have been working somewhere, and they might as well have been in another country. So how do you like really tap in and engage with them in real, tangible ways? So the same energy, as strategic as I am in business, I am just as strategic when it comes to my family, or at least I try to be. I don't always, sometimes I miss the mark, right? But I'm constantly striving to say, as locked in as I am when it comes to business and my speaking and adjustments and tweaks, I need to be just as locked in when it comes to my family. So as you all are building your business, as you're building your brand, as you're building your speaking empire, you're also building up your family. You're also pouring into your family. You're also creating time and space for them. You know what I'm saying? So we have family worship in the morning. I'm literally telling y'all how I live my life and how I get down. We have family worship in the morning. So we going through a whole Bible story series where Me, Tracy, Jackson, and Jewel come down. Right now, we're studying on the story of Samson, and I'm reading it to them. There's a prayer, there's a scripture. I'm reading them the story in the book. It's got the graphics. We having dialogue about it. Okay, this is the prayer that we're gonna pray. Okay, what could he have done differently? What did you learn? It's trivia questions. Like we have that time before they even leave the house, and then I pray for my family and I cover my family. Silly me to pray and cover my business, but I ain't covering my family. My family is more important than anything. Businesses can come and go. Families stay forever. Right. And so God told me years ago, like, bro, make family worship a priority. Continue to bring your family before the throne. And so now my kids be like, Daddy, we late for family worship. We need to have our devotion. I'm like, I'm coming. Let me get my coffee. I'm coming. Hey, we ain't going nowhere. They look forward to it. Right. But I realized, like, man, this is what's important for me and my family. This is what keeps us anchored. This is what keeps us rooted. This is what keeps us grounded. I'm not going to just send my kids to Sabbath school or Sunday school and say, okay, somebody else teach them. No. You were in my household. So I'm going to teach you financial literacy. I'm going to read to you. I'm going to teach you what the word of God says. I'm going to teach you about how Joshua fought the battle of Jericho. Like, I'm going to teach you all of that. And I'm going to show you how to balance a checkbook. And we're going to talk about FICO credit scores, like all of that, because you will ultimately my responsibility. I ain't going to put it on some pastor and put it on some teacher, doggone it. And I'm going to homeschool you through life and show you what this looks like. I'm grooming my kids for the future. So my daughter is just like, Daddy, if I don't go to college, I might just run one of your companies or start one. I'm like, that part. I'm like, you still gonna go to school though, because I feel like it's gonna help you get a little structure when it comes to discipline and deadlines and papers and the experience, right? But yeah, we gonna make sure you get everything that you need to be successful. Does it make sense what I'm sharing with you? And so you have to be very intentional. And everybody's family has different needs. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's family has different needs. Some of y'all got blended families. Some of y'all are single parents. Some of y'all been married for a few years. Some of y'all's marriages in turmoil. Some of y'all don't have relationships with your kids. Some of y'all have relationships. It's rocky. Like everybody's situation is different, right? And so I'm just kind of letting you know how I'm navigating and how I am governing, you know what I'm saying, my life and my family and my household and my responsibilities. And so I want for you to do a deep dive and do some thinking that says, okay, what can you do differently to be a better steward of your family, to be more present with your loved ones, to make sure that you take care of their needs, and to make sure you take care of you. That's the only way this is going to work is if you are also prioritizing you. So I have times when I have my time of prayer, I have my time of meditation, I have my time of worship and devotion separately from the family. Because I can't, where am I leading the family? I'm leading them to where I already was. So while everybody in my household is asleep, me, as the leader, as the priest, provider, protector of my family, I'm in the cut. I'm having my time with God. While all of them are asleep, I'm praying for Jewel. I'm praying for Jackson. I'm covering Tracy. I'm asking God to prepare them for whatever is to come today. I'm asking God that he gives Tracy perfect peace and joy. I'm asking God that Jewel is a leader at school. I'm asking God that God does something great through Jackson and builds him up to be a mighty young man of God. Like, while my babies is still asleep, I'm covering them in prayer. Then we get them up for school and have breakfast and get a dress and then have family worship together. But that time in the morning, I be literally talking to God like, God, I ain't that smart. Like, God, I ain't that deep. I don't want to fumble my family. I don't want to fumble the business. I don't want to fumble it, God. So I'm literally like, okay, God, let me lean not to my own understanding. In all my ways, you did not, I'm going to acknowledge you. You're going to direct my path. Like, how should I move? How should I operate? You have blessed me with so much. How can I be the best steward with what you have given me? And that's the mindset I have. And I just find myself over the years that my family just follows suit. Now Tracy's reading books of her own. Now Tracy got her own workout fitness regimen. I'm seeing her order new fitness pants and got her little shaker and you know what I'm saying? Like she doing her thing. I'm seeing like, so all these years I was working out, I was never pushing it. I was just setting the example. They following suit. I see Jules seeing how daddy moves and operates and was like, yep, I see what daddy doing. Okay, I know what to pick up. Like I know how to move. Jackson's like, daddy, can I spend time with you while you spend time with God? Y'all, my little boy get up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, fully dressed, and will come and lay with me while I'm having my devotion. And most of the time, he fall asleep. But I was like, I'm setting the tone. So listen to me. You are a leader in your own right. But this is why you got to figure out, okay, this person is a distraction. This relationship is a distraction. These friends here, I'll tap in with them on the weekend. I really got to be locked in with my family right now. These are some extracurriculars that's not really serving me, right? But there might be some extracurriculars that are giving you peace, that's giving you joy. Maybe it's yoga. I don't know, whatever you do to make sure you stay rooted and you feel good, like that is going to be key. I cannot stress this enough. The time you have in the morning, the time that you spend with God, the time that you carve out for you, that time is going to prepare you to now be the speaker and the marketing manager and the booking agent, all of the above for your business, right? That's going to allow you to be the entrepreneur and the mother and the father and the wife and the spouse and the parent that you've been called to be, when you can take the time for you to make sure that you are in the best place and not feel bad about it. Let me tell y'all something else. Y'all think I'm playing. As president as I am with my family, I put boundaries on them too. Listen to me, my kids, I promise you, I put boundaries on them. My daughter be, daddy, daddy, daddy. After a certain time, guess what? Guess what, boo boo? I'm not daddy no more. I'm Jeremy. I'm clocking out. I will see you in the morning. Okay, go do your skincare regimen. Go and be in the bathroom, locked in there for an hour, doing your exfoliation and your little sleep mask. Go do all of that. Come see me in the morning. Jackson, go use the bathroom 2-3 more times because I'm tired of you peeing on yourself. And then go have you some snacks because every night he's like, Daddy, you're going to get some grapes. I want some grapes. And my man get a fruit tray at night. Like, you eat your fruit and then you take your butt to bed. And I'm telling them, like, don't call me. Don't come in my room. Don't bother me and mommy. This is chill time. Because my kids will, daddy, 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 till 11 o'clock at night. At around 7:38, I'm like, daddy clocked out. Why? I need that time to chill. I need that time to rest. I need that time to relax. Y'all better take some time for you. You better set some boundaries. You better light you a candle. You better run you a hot bath. You better put some Dr. Till's Epsom salt in there. You better put you one of them foam bombs that you drop in the tub and all the bubbles be coming up. You better cut you some classical music on or listen to a podcast or read you a book and have some time in silence and end your day with peace and tranquility, and then start your day with God in the morning. And then what happens in between there? Domination. You end your day with peace and tranquility, reflecting on what you're proud about, what you would have done differently. You have some time to Netflix and chill. You take you a hot bath. You do whatever you got to do at nighttime. You light you a candle. You pour you a glass of wine. You have time where you can unplug, where you're not mommy, you're not daddy, you're not husband, you're not wife. You unplug in the morning. You seek the face of God. You get saturated with his spirit. You get your assignment for the day. And what happens from the morning time to the evening time? Domination. That's how you dominate. You got to be disciplined in order to dominate. So I cut out distractions. I'm not Instagram. Ain't nobody got time for you. I ain't hit certain goals today. I am locked in on a mission at hand. The stakes are too high for me to be average. The stakes are too high for me to be lazy. The stakes are too high for me to be comfortable. The stakes are too high for me to be complacent. Too many people are depending on me. Too many people are counting on me. Too many people are looking up to me. So I have to stay faithful. I have to stay diligent. I have to stay locked in. I have to stay in the spirit. I have to stay mindful of where I am and how I'm feeling internally. I have to make the necessary moves and adjustments so I can be as powerful and prolific as I've been called to be, because my family is depending on me and my employees are depending on me and my community is depending on me and the world is depending on me. And so I have to set boundaries and put things in place to make sure I'm killing distractions and I'm killing any snake that could render his head, and I'm cutting it off at the head, and I'm staying locked in on what matters most, which is my family, which is my business, and the calling and purpose that God has on my life. So I'm setting boundaries. I have more balance, and that's what puts me in a position to really go to that next level. You cannot dominate if you are not disciplined. So you got to ask yourself, what could threaten my empire? What could threaten my family? What could threaten my business? What could threaten my mental health? What could threaten my relationship with God? What could set me back? Not set him back, because his word says that there's nothing that we can do that can separate us from his love, but there are things that we can do that can stop us from experiencing the favor of God. I need your favor, God. I need your grace, God. I need your mercy, God. I'm trying to be locked in with you to be everything I've been called to be and to get everything that you have for me. That's the mindset of a winner. That's the mindset of a person that wants to be balanced and a person that wants to have boundaries set so that they can be present for their family and they can be present for their business. That's the mindset I want you to have. And I'm about to get ready to come and take your questions. I'm about to get ready to come and take your questions. What's up, Sean? What up, Portia? What's up, Dr. Dar? I hear you, Jane. What's up, Peace Entertainment? Let's dominate. All right, I want to take some questions. I want to hear from you. Questions about whatever, right? Personal, life, spiritual matters, what we discussed today. Maybe I can expound more on something. I want to take some time now to answer your questions and hear from you. But let me do a pause for the cause. I want to make sure everybody has subscribed. Come on, I want to make sure y'all have subscribed. I want you to hit the like button. And the big one is notifications. Stay tapped in with us, right? I'm doing this every single Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to keep adding value and keep pouring into you. What a way to start your week. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Did I even say that yet? Did I say thank you to them yet? I'm rude. Did I say thank you? My bad. Thank you for being here. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank y'all for being here. But I do want to take some questions, and so it can be the written ones or video, however y'all want to do it. But I do want to take some questions to tap in with y'all, man. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. Come on. Yeah. Let me know when y'all ready. So watch this. So let's recap. You know, you were praying for balance. You were praying to set different boundaries. You are not gonna just give your kids the present, you know what I'm saying? Like your presence is your presence, like really being present with them, really being locked in with them, really having intentional time to really build with them and hang out with them and create memories with them and having those conversations with them. Like I take Jewel to breakfast, you know what I'm saying? That she might be wanting to go to IHOP. She gets a double order of the hash browns with the jalapenos and the cheese and like 6 pieces of turkey bacon. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my baby girl's breakfast, and that's my time to just go and kind of just spend with her. Like you want to be mindful to see, okay, what are the different things that your children need individually and collectively? What does your spouse need? You know what I'm saying? And have those different conversations. Some of y'all should go to your spouse and ask your spouse, hey, how have things been? You know, should I make some adjustments? Do you feel like I'm meeting your needs, like kind of like where you are right now? Tracy set me down last week. True story, y'all. Super transparent. Tracy set me down and was just like, hey, I was feeling a certain type of way off of X, Y, and Z. And I was like, man, I had no clue you felt that way. And she was just like, yeah. She was like, it's just a given that I'm going to do certain things. I was like, my bad. It's like certain things you just naturally do. But I said, you know how I'm wired, though. Just tell me what you need. So we're having conversations. So now she's like, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. And now I'm being more mindful. Like, but let me also see if you want me to jump in here or help out here or there to help move the needle so I can pull my weight. And we're just having these conversations now of now how we can support and add value and be a blessing to each other. And these are conversations we wasn't having before. So the same way I'm strategizing when it comes to my work and business, I'm trying to put that same energy into my family. And then from there, we let God bless it. We ready? All right, let's get this question. Talk to me.
Cut on that camera.
Okay, so when we call on you, make sure you cut your camera on. That's the only way we can pull your video up is if you cut your camera on. So make sure you cut your camera on and you are on standby and ready.
Okay, we have a question from Patricia. She wants to know, how much should I charge for a church talk on Thursday in the daytime, which is in another state and requires a plane ticket and a hotel and a rental car?
Yeah, so Patricia, so I have some questions because it sounds like this event is coming up this Thursday. Did they cover your plane ticket, your hotel and rental car? Like, let me know that. Which is another state and requires. So, but are you paying for your flight? You good, Jerry? Are you paying for like your flight and hotel, or are they covering that? Like, let me know, real quick in the chat. But this is what I'll say, Patricia. I would say for you to kind of have a set fee, right? Whether, let me tell you something, whether it's 15 minutes or an hour, like your fee should be your fee. Can you reduce it? If you have a fee of say $5,000 for an hour and they say, okay, but we only want you for 15 minutes, should you reduce it to 2,500? You could, but there are some churches, some organizations that will say, yes, I will pay the $5,000 for the 15 minutes. It's like y'all chose 15 minutes, not me, right? So I think you should just ask those questions to kind of get a better understanding of what it is that they have their budget. So for you, Patricia, it sounds like you agreed to something on Thursday. and it requires a flight and hotel and rental car. I'm hoping that they're covering those expenses, but it's too late to kind of charge them on the back end. Does that make sense? And so, has she put something in the chat? Not yet. So Patricia, because you're saying now, how much should you charge? But if you've already agreed to it, I'm not really sure if you can pull up on Thursday and say, okay, this is how much you owe me. Does that make sense? That would almost be like me going into the mall and I buy a jean jacket, and then when I get home, then they send me an invoice. Well, I don't know, they took the jacket home. It's like, no, no, no. When I first pull up to look at the jacket, I'm gonna check the price tag. So when people are first looking to book you, Patricia, and they're interested in bringing you in to speak for their church or whatever organization it is, the first thing you should, well, not the first thing, but you should ask them before you get off their call, is there a budget? Do you have a budget in place? Okay, this is my speaker's fee. Okay, let's discuss the flight and the travel and the rental car. Who's responsible for paying that? You are. Okay, great. And my fee is X amount. And you want to have that confirmed before you even confirm the date. All right, good question. Who we got next?
Sarah wants to know, what advice do you have for someone who works full time for a ministry who wants them to just do admin work and yet God has called them to step into public speaking?
Sarah, don't get me in trouble. So, so I'll say this, Sarah. You're doing full-time work for a ministry and they're paying you. Yeah, they got to be paying you because you're working for them full time. But you're just pretty much doing admin work, but you feel that God has now called you to step into public speaking. And so this is what I tell people all the time, Sarah. You want to make your full-time job your first investor into your business, right? Your full-time job should be your very first investor into your business. What does that mean? Before you go to Wells Fargo or you go to Chase Bank or you go to any other bank or credit union to take out a loan to build your business, the company, the organization, the institution that pays you on a regular basis, healthcare benefits, you let them fund your speaking business. And so it's going to take a while for you to get to a point to where you can quit your job. That could be a 6 month process. That could be a 2-3 year process. Like everybody's grind is different. Everybody's expertise is different. Everybody's field is different. Everybody has different kind of time that they can devote to it. So just know that, okay, so for one, I'm excited that God has called you into public speaking. And praise God that you work for ministry full time as an admin. But as you're taking the resources from that, you want to put that into your speaking business, into coaching, and then into a website, and then coming to events and getting pictures and getting footage while you're still working your full-time job. And so I tell folk all the time, like, you get paid time off, you get vacations, you have weekends. When those opportunities for speaking engagements come, that's when you want to make that fit within your schedule and your freedom and your flexibility. And then you should look up a year from now, Sarah, and you're like, you know what? I've been taking the money that I've been getting from this ministry, I've been putting it aside, I've been putting it into my speaking business, and then let the ministry that you work for, let them know, like, hey, I know I'm serving you in the admin role, but God has really placed on my heart to be a speaker. Will you pray for me? Will you keep that in prayer? This is something I'm gonna be working on over the next few years. I'm still here to serve you. I'm still here to do my role. I'm still gonna be the best admin assistant, office manager. Like, I'm still gonna handle my business, but just know that God has given me a even stronger purpose, and I am gonna be walking towards that. Now, when you have that conversation with them, you got to use some discernment because every leader is different. You know what I'm saying? I would hope that you have leadership that you're working under that will be excited, that will pray for you, that will encourage you, that will affirm you, that will mentor you, that will give you some game. I pray that's the response, but you might have some leadership that you work under that's not too excited that you're going to be leaving them soon. And they might not want to give you no extra help or support because that's only going to expedite you leaving them. And so hopefully, prayerfully, it's not the latter. Prayerfully, that when you do feel led to let your current employer know that this is something God has placed on your heart and this is something that you're working towards in the future, then they'll be supportive of that. But yeah, don't be so quick to quit. It takes a while to build a sustainable speaking business that can stand on its own because you don't need just to make enough money to cover your bills, but you also need to have enough money to put into savings and to put back into your speaking business. All right, we got some more. All right, let's go. My man. What's up, bro? I can't hear you, man. Turn your mic up or unmute.
What's up, Jeremy? Good morning, man.
Hey, good morning, bro. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. You?
Good, bless, bro, bless. What's your name? Where you from?
Man, I'm Kevin. I'm from Chicago.
Shot Town. I love it.
And man, I really want to speak, man. I'm not gonna lie. I look up to you, man. Like I want to follow you.
Okay, got you.
And
I love
I
it,
think I
bro.
could do it. Like I did exactly what you've been saying, man. Like I've set my boundaries. I don't have no distractions. I live by myself, and ever since I found out, like I want to do speaking and motivating and coaching and stuff like that, man. And
Yeah,
I've been reading the Word for the past week, literally all day. I'll take breaks in between, but literally all day I'll be reading the Word, and then while I'm sleeping, I'll have it playing on my phone, on the app, and then I'll wake up and I'll reread. I'm not saying I'm perfect or nothing like that, but I really want to do this.
yeah, yeah. So for one, man, it's real inspiring to hear you say that. Did y'all catch what he said? Kev said that during the at night he read this word, and then through the Bible app he got it playing even while he's sleeping. That is some next level spiritual warfare stuff right there. Like that's how to fight. Like even while I'm sleeping and my angels are residing over my bed, I got the word of God playing. That's next level, bro. So I'm excited to hear that. I've had seasons of my life when I needed that. So that's beautiful, bro. So yeah, man, it's clear you got a message. It's clear you got a story. It's clear that you have something you want to share, you know what I'm saying, with the people. And however we can support you, bro, like let it be so, man. You know what I'm saying? But you single right now, you ready to go? Like you got a message, you got a story. It's lives you gonna
Yeah,
change, bro. Whether you gonna be in universities or schools or working with youth, detention centers, like that message you have, the world needs it. And that's why I do what I do to raise up and build leaders like you and speakers like you so that we can together change the world, brother. I'm excited for you, man. Yes,
thanks,
sir.
man.
Be blessed, bro. Be
Can
blessed.
I
Yes,
just?
sir. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, man. Man, do you think the only thing I'm lacking in right now is I don't know exactly like the step to step, like the steps to in order to like get this going. Like how you're talking about you need payroll and all this like bookings and like the office work type thing. Like okay, you were saying that your wife do for you. Like,
Mhm.
do you think is there like a website where I could learn that?
So have you joined? You haven't joined the Speakers Academy yet, right?
No. Can I join
So
it though?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So the link is there, and the team will put it in the chat in just a minute, right? But next level, speakersacademy.com. I would definitely say to tap in with us because we got a comprehensive course that breaks down the business step by step by step by step, because that's a loaded question. And so we make it very smooth, we make it very easy, we make it very palatable. It's the most comprehensive program in the world that breaks it down step by step from the marketing, the branding, the storytelling, developing your audience, finding the engagement. Like we have it all mapped out. And
All right.
a lot of the people that's on the live today are in the community, bro. And I believe that's gonna be a game changer. So that would be the first step. I don't know
Okay.
if you plan on coming to our conference in June, but you want to get in the room and be around the people so you can grow and really get engulfed in the public speaking. That's what's going to take you to the next level, bro.
I got you. And good morning to everybody too.
Yes, sir. Bless, sir. Pleasure to meet you, Kev. I can't wait to meet you in person, my brother.
Nice to
Appreciate the
meet you too.
question. Love. I love it. All right. All right. Who we got next here? What stages do you take? Prioritize your family and business. We can only do so much so fast. Yep. Cut your camera on.
Sorry.
There we go. What it do?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Good to see you.
Yes, good to see you as well.
Yes.
Um, I had a question. I'm wanting to go to the conference, but right now I'm trying to figure out childcare.
Okay.
So, I don't really have anybody that would be willing. to keep them. So I'm trying to figure out if I could get someone to come with me and I stay in a hotel. But what do you typically suggest in situations like this?
Yeah, that's a good question. I know quite a few people now that's trying to find a babysitter. Cheryl Stokes said, "OMG, that's my question." Um, I know a few people that's trying to find a babysitter, trying to find some family that can keep the kids. Um, and we don't offer any type of child care, but if you did have someone that could come with you, that could keep the kids in the room or take them to the hotel, the place where we're having the conference at is phenomenal. The hotel is Hotel Avalon. Right outside the hotel, there are 60 shops and 16 restaurants. So it's like its own outdoor village. It's beautiful. It's clean. It's a vibe. And so if you did bring somebody that could keep the kids, there are parks they could walk to, there are activities, like it's a lot of things that they could do in that area. And so that's what I would recommend. So I pray it works out for you, whether you find
Yeah.
somebody, whether you have someone come with you. I pray it works out so you can be in the building. All right, I'll see you then. I'm believing it's gonna work out for you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. That's all
You're
I wanted to
welcome.
know.
You're welcome. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Um, someone asked, Ben asked, why y'all pull up the next person? What stages do you prioritize family and business? No, we can only do so much so fast. So Ben, I'll say this, fam. Like, um, you know, it really depends on you and your personal situation and kind of, where you are. It's like you can only do so much so fast. Like, take the fast part out. Like, we're not going to rush into nothing, right? But you got to just sit back and say, okay, do an audit of your life, do an audit of your time, do an audit of your bandwidth and see, okay, what exactly does my family need? What exactly does my business need? Right. And then really be structured and really be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? And really say, okay, I'm gonna lock in on this particular thing here. I'm gonna lock in on this here. I'm gonna be present with my family. Like, you got 24 hours in the day, right? And so if you got family, like, your spouses be going to work oftentimes, kids go to school oftentimes. So you have time when you're away from them and you could put that into your business and put that time and energy into your day-to-day work, but then also be present with your family. So okay, got it. So you want to be mindful of just really being present while you're building. And so I don't have like steps that's like prioritizing family and business, but your top priority should be your family. Like, let me be clear. But there might be times where you have to say, hey, you might not have the luxury of clocking out at 3 o'clock. You might tell your kids, hey, from 5 to 7, I'm locked in with you. From 6 to 8, I'm locked in with you. But this time here, daddy gotta work. Or maybe you get the kids sorted when they come home and when they go to sleep. Now you in the office from 9 to 11, writing, working on your book, building out proposals, right? You gotta just be super disciplined. But make sure you give them that tangible time that they need daily to connect with you as you're building your business at the same time. All right, good question, fam. All right, who we got next?
Hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Shatika?
Shatika, yeah.
I'm speaking for the first time, 15 minutes at a church event to share my story. It feels like a dream come true. I'm not nervous, and I believe that's the Holy Spirit. Any suggestions?
Yeah, let me get that one up on the screen. Okay, I'm speaking for the first time, 15 minutes at a church event to share my story. It feels like a dream come true. I'm not nervous, and I believe that's the Holy Spirit. So congratulations. So this isn't a question here. This is more of a statement. So yeah, praise God, you got an opportunity to speak and share your story. It feels like a dream come true, and it came true, right? You're not nervous, and you believe that is the Holy Spirit for sure, absolutely. And so the second part of the question, okay, any suggestions for a men's group my husband can join? He needs leadership and connection with like-minded men. Um, yes, I'm about to give you. I'm about to give you something right now. Okay, I'm gonna give you the number right now. Get ready to write it down quick, Shatika. 256-530-0570. One more time, 256 530-0570. That is a men's prayer line number that I want you to give to your husband. They start at 6 a.m. Have him join, have him introduce himself and say, hey, I'm Shatika's husband. Shatika knows Jeremy Anderson. He got to drop my name, right? He knows Jeremy Anderson, and he referred me to this men's prayer line. It's very confidential. It's all men of God. Those my brothers. That will be my offering to you. All right. Yeah. Have them tap in with my brothers, and we'll see him soon. Appreciate the question. All right. Who we got next?
Angelia wants to know, I speak for corporate. I feel my message is for faith-based organizations. How do I make the shift?
Okay. So I got questions. So get ready to put your follow-up answer. I speak for corporate, so you speak for corporate. So obviously you're booked and busy, right? Like things are thriving for you there, right? But you feel like your message is for faith-based organizations. So do you feel like your message hasn't been connected with corporate, or you just feel like there are parts of your message that can be used in faith-based as well? Because I can show you how to make this shift, but I'm wondering if you should make that shift. I'm wondering why you're making this shift. Because it's one thing if you say, I'm killing it at corporate and I'm nailing it, but my heart feels compelled to speak for churches. That's one thing. But it's different because you're saying I speak for corporate, but you feel your message is for faith-based. So that makes me assume that what you've been sharing with corporate really isn't connecting with it because it should be in faith-based. Does that make sense? So, okay, I feel like I come alive with my faith-based revelation. You and me both. Listen to me. Listen to me, Angelia. I speak for a company. I go in, I snap, speak with passion, depth, clarity. It's phenomenal. It do hit different when I preach the word of God. It do hit different when I minister at a men's conference or I minister at a church. Like, I can explain it, right? So I come alive when I'm speaking in schools or corporate, but there is a different type of anointing when you can proclaim the power and grace and love of God. So if you have been experiencing success in the corporate space, then I would continue to stay there and just be open for opportunities to preach and minister in churches. But if you feel like God is saying, no, Angelia, I have not called you for corporate, and I am not going to bless corporate. I have called you for faith-based, then you just change all your marketing, right? You got to completely change your marketing. So I'm a cancer survivor, and I always have to give praise to God, and corporate isn't the fit for that. But is your cancer message the basis of what you're sharing in corporate? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Because I could see you still stand in corporate and say, this is how I dominated in the corporate, in the financial, in the business sector while I was still battling cancer, and talk about the mindset, talk about the prayers, talk about the struggle, talk about the treatment, talk about the lifestyle change, talk about how hard it was and how you had to be mentally strong, right? Like, so when I'm speaking for companies, I'm going with mindset on business, on family, on stuff like that, but I'm not necessarily sharing with them how God freed me from a drug and alcohol abuse addiction and drug dealing in a wild, reckless lifestyle, because they're not looking for that. I save that part of my message for a different audience that wants me to minister to them. See what I'm saying? So she said, okay, that makes sense. That's why I do both. I just need clarification. I speak on resilience. Yes. So, and then you got to ask yourself, your last 10 speaking engagements, was it 80-20? Was 80%, 8 of those last 10 corporate, 2% were churches? Was it 70-30? Was it 50-50? But if you find that the folks that have the budget is oftentimes in the corporate, and you speak on resilience, and that is powerful there, there are going to be opportunities to speak in the faith-based space as well, and you can share your full story. I have a bunch of my homeboys and friends who are pastors, but they still take the leadership skills that they learn and work with some of the top companies in America. and they go in there with the Holy Ghost, but they're not talking about God. They go in there saying, okay, this is what I'm going to present about today because this is the gap you have. There are so many companies and organizations that need your message on resilience, but there are also churches that's going to have you come in and minister to them. So I tell folks all the time, the Word of God says that your gifts will make room for you. So when you say your gifts will make room for you, let me tell you what that means. You can have a website where they can go to angeliamelbrew.com and see all the information about you speaking and all the value you're going to add in the corporate space. But there are still going to be some people who know you, who know your message, that's going to say, can you come to my women's conference and speak on resilience? And now you can talk about the fullness of God. Or they're going to say, can you come to my church and speak and minister from there? So just know, just because you're in the corporate space does not limit you there. But you want to make sure it's not confusing with your branding, your marketing. So if you've had success and you're booked and you've got a good track record, you've got momentum in that corporate space, stay there, but ask God to open up more opportunities for you to be able to service and mentor them in that corporate space. I hope that makes sense. I have to pitch corporate who has a budget, but I'm pitched for faith-based, I'm pitched for faith-based organization. What they say? I feel my message for faith. Okay, yeah. So, okay, you said thank you so much. So I hope that was helpful, right? So you want to have a balance between, how you're marketing yourself. Now, if you feel like if you keep having dreams and then you're just in the pulpit holding the Bible and then you feel like, okay, Jay, God is telling me to scrap corporate, then you listen to what God is saying. But if you just feel like, man, though I'm in corporate, I just really want to tell them how Jesus rescued me from cancer. Like that's a thing too, right? But should you stop what's already working for you and then start begin to put yourself in that space? So you want to just be mindful. But what you don't want to do is have a website that's like corporate and evangelist, because now they're confused. If you confuse me, you'll lose me. If you compel me, you'll sell me. You know what I'm saying? And so you want to be really clear with the message that you're putting out, but be open for other opportunities in other fields. Okay? All right, man. This was great. This was great. That was the last question. All right, man. Thank y'all so much for y'all's questions, man. Okay, she said my website is totally corporate. Yeah, stay the course there, but be prepared and open and ready for more opportunities for you to add value and you minister in that faith space right there. And God will deploy you there. Trust me. And I've been to some of the biggest companies, and I've been wanting to testify to them about the power of Jesus, but they didn't call me to evangelize. And they didn't call me to testify on God's goodness. These companies brought me in to talk about resilience, to share my message, to talk about overcoming, to talk about the importance of grit and determination and how you can be a valuable asset to your family and the company. And they bring me in to talk about occupational integrity, to show people how to win at the highest level in all the different aspects of life. Like that's why they brought me in. And so you want to be mindful to meet them where they are and to give them what they're looking for. Man, thank y'all so much for tapping in with me. It looks like, did we have a poll up? Did we have a poll up? We taking a poll. We taking a poll for what will be the topic for next week and actually the next few weeks. And so, what topic do you want to earn? Do you want to hear next? My way versus Yahweh, how to earn 7 figures. All right, so what we'll do next week is how to earn 7 figures. We'll do that. And then automatically we'll go to the following week, my way versus Yahweh. Look, man, before I leave, I got to tell y'all about our next level speakers conference. I got a quick video I want to show you. All right, check this out.
What's up, y'all? Jeremy Anderson here. It's that time again. Our next level speakers conference is right around the corner. June 6th through 8th, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Everything for you is gonna change. You gotta be at this event. This is going to be the biggest event. If you wanna become a professional speaker, this is the place to be. You've got myself, Dr. Eric Thomas, the #1 motivational speaker in the world, the legendary Lisa Nichols, the iconic Inky Johnson. Listen to me. We have over 20 speakers that are going to be pouring into you over these 3 days. Everything from how to leverage AI, how to master social media, the marketing, the branding, the storytelling, everything you need to know and learn to be a dominant and successful professional speaker. This conference, hands down, is life-changing. June 6th to 8th, right here in Atlanta, Georgia, for the Next Level Speakers Conference. We'll see you there.
Put the link in there. Listen, y'all, we about to drop the link in the chat. Now check this out. We're still running early bird. You got like a week or two to get these tickets. And then it goes to regular price, which is still a great price. This is a 3-day conference. Filled, no fluff, filled with the game and insight. Listen, man, I can express it enough. Go to nextlevelspeakersconference.com, click the link, visit the page, go to the bottom and listen to what other people had to say about last year's conference. It's going to be special, man. So I hope to see y'all there. I'm praying it works out for childcare. You know what I'm saying? I know some folks is like balancing budget. First thing, secure the tickets. Then you can worry about flights and rental cars and hotel and all that. The biggest thing is secure your seats at the conference, get in the building, and then everything else will come. Man, I'm excited to see y'all live in person. I can't wait to dap you up. I can't wait to hug you, to embrace you. I can't wait to take a selfie with y'all. I'm going to be all in the crowd. I'm going to be speaking every single day, a couple of times, all 3 days. Y'all going to hear a lot from me. I think I'm slated to present like 5 or 6 times over the weekend. It is going to be something special, man. So hopefully I can see you there. And something we're doing that most people don't do, spouses come free. Spouses come free. So if you order a diamond or a executive or a VIP or a general admission ticket, whatever ticket you get, your spouse sits right next to you for free. And so that's something that we're doing that we're really excited about. You deserve this trip to Atlanta. You deserve to spend these 3 days with us. And you deserve to live life on the next level, man. We hope to see y'all there. Be blessed. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for hitting the notification button. Thank y'all for being tapped in with me for once again another week. And I can't wait to see y'all next week, Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Be blessed. I'll see y'all soon. Let's get it.
I made over $100,000.
One gig, $18,000.
$75,000.
I cannot recommend Next Level Speakers Academy enough.
An absolute game changer for my business.
That was just a glimpse of the life-changing work that we're doing here at the Next Level Speakers Academy. And over the next 2 minutes, you're going to see exactly how our program and community can be a game changer for your speaking business. Years ago, myself and ET, Dr. Eric Thomas, came together because we knew that our calling in life was more than just being phenomenal speakers. It is to train, equip, support, and mentor the next generation of professional speakers.
I've actually gone from people breaching in their pockets and giving me $250 to me making $50,000 in a month.
So imagine you getting what Eric Thomas learned in 30 years. You're getting that in 6 months. You're getting the education, you're getting the platform, and you're getting an opportunity to meet with decision makers.
What a lot of the individuals will receive is information and knowledge that can help them not make some of the same mistakes or have some of the same encounters that weren't as fortunate as we had.
Now, one way that we're going to take your speaking career to a whole nother level is through our online platform. We've got 4 different courses in one location, all set up to put you in the best position, from the marketing, the branding, the storytelling, how to find speaking engagements, everything you need to be successful and dominate in this space. And you have lifetime access to the courses and content.
In the past 3 months, I've had 25 plus speaking engagements. Next Level is who they say they are.
This year, we are going to pass $500,000 in gross revenue. And we're closing contracts in the $40,000 to $50,000 range. And it's not just about the money. It's about the support. It's about the positive environment that provides a space for people to create, learn, and grow together. And I'm just proud.
Now, in addition to the online course, we also have our Next Level Speakers community, and we've got chapters all across the country and internationally. Now, this is important because your proximity equals your velocity, and the people that you're connected with has the power to take your speaking career farther and faster.
I hold this community so near and dear to my heart. At one point, I didn't even want to tell people about it. I was afraid the more people knew, the less success there would be available to me. But God is abundant. The more people that join this community, we only get stronger.
In addition to the online course and community, some of you might even upgrade to spending a mastermind weekend with us. That's where me and ET puts you on stage Our team captures the footage. We coach you and train you up live in person, and that material is sure to be a game changer for your business.
I've never had an experience like this.
I know I was supposed to be here, and I was so honored.
What sets us apart from other speakers, programs, or communities, it's not just the success that our students are getting financially from speaking in their business, but it's because we take a holistic approach. We don't want to just build up great speakers. We want to build up great people. And every year at our annual conference, there are individuals that decide to grow in business and decide to grow spiritually. And that is something we're really proud of.
I bawled when she cried when she was up on stage earlier trying to video her on 2 phones, but you guys gave her that voice and have helped her step out. She wouldn't have done this without you guys, so thank you.
It's probably one of the realest programs you're gonna ever get into. I've been in other programs. Man, you giving us a chance to practice what God gave us on stage? Yo, man, he said it right. It's priceless.
If you're ready to really take your speaking career to the next level and your life to the next level and truly live a life of purpose, join today. What's up, y'all? Jeremy here. Look, me and my team want to give you a glimpse of what it looks like and what you're going to experience when you come to a Next Level Speakers Mastermind. Check this out.
Hey guys, I'm Sophie. I am your lead coordinator, and I'm here to welcome you and give you a phenomenal experience.
Before you hit the stage, myself and the other coaches are going to prepare you and give you live feedback so that you can dominate the stage.
And while you're on stage, I'm going to be capturing high quality photos for you for your websites and your branding.
And me and the AV team can't wait to support you because your name and face deserves to be on the big screen.
Oh, hey, me and the team, we're here to support you. We're here to get you mic'd up, but ultimately to get you hyped up so you can take the stage.
Look, not only do you speak live on stage, right? We do Q&A. Like, we literally gonna coach you and answer all your questions to help you get to the next level.
Every day of the mastermind, we have one person who did a dynamic job to have the opportunity to win the Drop Mic Award.
As you see, our Next Level Speakers Mastermind Weekends are something special. We're gonna put you on stage, we're gonna coach you, we're gonna mentor you, we're gonna give you the game you need, but the revelation that you receive, the breakthroughs that people are receiving, truly makes our Mastermind Weekends a life-changing experience. We hope to see you at the next one.
Hey speakers, listen up. The Next Level Brand Studio is here, your one-stop shop for all of your branding needs. We've created branding materials for some of your favorite motivational and public speakers. Are you in need of a high-quality logo design? Well, look no further. The Next Level Brand Studio is ready to create a high-quality logo just for you. Or maybe you need an electronic press kit. We have created EPKs that have helped speakers make well over 6 and 7 figures. In need of a website? The Next Level Brand Studio has built websites for some of the biggest names in the industry, and we want to do the same for you. Or maybe it's time for you to go to the next level with a high-quality speaker's reel. Whether you have taken the stage hundreds of times or just once, the Next Level Brand Studio has a team ready to assist and create a custom speaker's reel for you. NextLevelBrandStudio.com. It's time to take your brand to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Gavin van der Fyn, Director of Next Level Living South Africa. I'm so excited to share with you the journey that I have been on for the last couple of years, serving not just our students, but communities all over Cape Town. This journey has not only been transformative for me, but has been transformative for our students and the families that we serve in these communities.
At the beginning, before this whole thing, I felt hopeless. I was like, okay, the doors now are shut. But then when I just, got signed in with Next Level Living, everything just, became light and everything was so smooth.
Being from a community that does not have much and you see people struggle, you also feel like you're not going to get the kind of opportunities that others do. But being a part of Next Level Living, it creates a new kind of confidence.
I have personally witnessed the change and the transformation that happens in our communities when we go out there with our teams week in, week out, feeding hundreds of families to make sure that they do not go to bed hungry. This is the challenge that we are sitting with and our personal mission and assignment to alleviate hunger in the communities that we feed.
I feel so honored and great for this chance that I have been given by the Next Level Living students. I'm glad for the supporters that are sponsoring us and the people out there that are supporting us. It is a great thing and a great to give back to the community.
But this doesn't end here. We have plans for the future to make sure that our students reach a potential far greater than they ever had. We are planning on building our own youth center at this moment. We are planning on seeking employment for our students after they graduate from that stage. And we need the resources enough to make sure that our students take their lives to a whole new level. This is what we are appealing to our sponsors, to those that are listening to us. There are students here that can reach a potential far greater than they ever dreamt of. We have athletes in our midst. We have potential doctors. We have potential lawyers, and these are the students that are in our care. Thank you for listening to our appeal, and I hope the impact that we can gather together will take these lives to a whole new level.
I just want to say thank you for the Next Level, that you feed our children, and we appreciate it. And I ask for you, don't forget the children here.
I just want to say we really appreciate for you Next Level Living, what you're doing for us as kids.
I'd like to thank Next Level Living for accepting me, making me feel warm and welcome.
Great people, great team, another family, and I hope we continue striving forward.
I just want to say thank you for Next Level Living. I just want to say thank you for Next Level Living to appreciate it. We appreciate what you do and keep on coming, don't stay away.
Thank you.